Okay, yeah, let me begin today's session. Jython. Jython is a separate org and it is having separate scope scripting language, and it is part of WebSphere since a longer time, and yeah, now WebSphere 9 version we are having in the market, and a lot of demand for the automation because of cloud computing. Yeah, most of the on-premise size means wherever the location, the data center is there and servers are there. In that case, we don't find that much scope. But whereas in cloud, you need to pay how many hours you are going to use the system, that much you have to pay. So that's why less time you want to spend for configurations, less time you want to spend for any monitoring things. So that is where the need of automation is keep on growing nowadays. Yeah, so Jython, WebSphere, myself, I worked on 2 years on the WebSphere, and not now, but earlier. So my name is Bhavani Shekhar, and yeah, I worked on WebSphere portals, and I'm also worked on this process server, WebSphere process server, where SOA components are going to be deployed. Okay, right. So this is my just brief introduction. I did an MCA Tech. That is my qualification, and overall 14 years of experience I have, and most of the time middleware administration, WebLogic and WebSphere, Oracle Fusion middleware products. So most common things what I have made, that I have published on a blog, Jython for WS admin blogspot.com, and other stuff, the regular Unix commands and whatever the Python related stuff. Why I am saying Python means here Java JVM is going to be help us to run the Jython, and the structure of the program is Python based. So that's why. So a little bit Python orientation, then common Python functions we can use in our Jython scripting. So I explored all of this, and I have published multiple blogs. All right. So who can do this? Who know about the WebSphere administration, basics, anything? They can easily get into the automations, and they will get help. MQ admins and portal admins, process server administrators, e-commerce servers, and nodes admin, IBM nodes, message broker admins. So all these are who are working already on this administration. They are easy. They are going to get into these objects. But other than that, the scripting part, I'm going to teach you around 9 sessions. That is common for any of these administration part. Okay, and my way of providing the lab kind of thing on your laptop or on your system, the simple way here we can use Oracle VirtualBox and Vagrant box. Okay, so we can use cloud ready concept from the beginning itself. So if you start using the virtualization VirtualBox, that would be very easy. Okay, so when I am going to use these two softwares, one is Vagrant and Oracle VirtualBox, you can spin up your WebSphere standalone, and you can make on top of your Ubuntu Linux box. Okay, so there could be a provisioner kind of software configuration management tool. You can use Puppet, you can use Chef, you can use Ansible. So in our case, there is a ready-made Ansible script available on GitHub. You don't need to work for the script. So ready-made thing is available. You just download that and you can use it, and you can get it the WebSphere running on your virtual machine. Okay, so how to make this one, how to before this one, what is the prerequisites? First thing, you need to download Vagrant software. So this is useful for you, Josna. Vagrant download, and Oracle VirtualBox you download, and then yeah, if you aware of WebSphere, So get the latest version or 8.5 also fine. So WebSphere standalone software you need to download. Okay, so these are the three softwares you need to download. Installer, WebSphere installer required here. Then once you are done, all these downloads are completed, then you can run the Vagrant up command so that you will be bringing up the VirtualBox. And what is the main use when you're talking about cloud, and there are different terminologies. I'll just give some brief idea. That's why I am using the Vagrant box, that will be getting you clarification. Okay. So first thing, in cloud, people are saying SaaS, then people are saying PaaS, then they are saying IaaS. Okay. SaaS, PaaS, what is the meaning of this? So platform as a service. If you are going to have a box, the box required Java installation, then IBM WebSphere installation, installer will be run, then configuration. All this takes some time, right? So when you do the configuration, it takes around half day for initial starting process. And if you are very expert, then it will be reduces to 2 hours or something. So everything is on the same box, then it will becomes around half hour. Okay, to reduce that time, that platform requirement will be provided by using this Vagrant box or Docker box or the AWS, wherever you are going to use the cloud, or some other IBM Bluemix or something, then the box can be ready to use. So what we are going to get at the end, platform is ready. What you can do, you can deploy the software application and you can use it. So that is about the platform. So if you are going to make the platform as a service using the Vagrant and VirtualBox, that will be one cloud readiness from your side. Okay, and if you compare with the IaaS, infrastructure as a service, suppose you are going to work on e-commerce or other softwares which you are going to use, SOA or process servers, it requires some more packages, or it is going to have, on top of WebSphere you need more. So that kind of things you are going to provide as infrastructure. On top of it, other number of SOA servers, are you are going to make some component based application deployments. Okay, so that is comes as a infrastructure as a service. So in such cases, your time is very important. How much time you are going to make available installation and making this entire environment ready. Okay, so once you are prepared one environment, for example, in dev environment you created 10 queues, you are created in infrastructure. Once your WebSphere server is running, e-commerce server is running, or process server is running, or portal server is running, how many portals are running on top of it? You prepared everything for your first development environment. It is having, let's say, 50 portlets are running on it. Okay, I'm just giving example. So on top of it, you are going to have some other services, JDBC services, JMS services, all this required to configure. All things are done, and then what you can do, you pack this entire box, whatever you configured, everything you can pack into one box, and that box, Vagrant box or Docker box, you can use again and again, reusable component. Whenever there is a need, I need this environment for functional testing, your manager asks, then you can immediately give. Your client asks, I want this for UAT testing, user acceptance testing. Then you can easily give that. Just spin up a new box and you can give it, deliver within number of minutes. It doesn't take much time. Okay. So all the efforts you will be
I have,
saving. Yeah.
yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Okay, you said you're saying use this Vagrant or cloud setup, and suppose I have done the setup in the development environment where I have only like one or two profiles or nodes.
Uh-huh.
Whereas in like my pre-prod or Unity environment, we'll be having like, it will be a complex architecture, right? Like maybe like we'll be having like four nodes. So in that
Uh,
case, like how can we use in the higher environments? Like you said, like we can pack up and use it in the higher environments, right?
Yeah, so the configuration DMG or where you have, that is the most important thing. Other things you can add the nodes, right? So federating is easy. If you create, configure first DMGR side, everything is ready, the cell is ready, then that would be first thing you required. That federating will be easy. Other node
Okay.
adding and creating the new boxes, that would be simple one.
Okay.
Yeah. So most of the common scenario nowadays, what we are going to get with the backend giving the boxes, that is only for testing, non-production side. Production side, then again, yeah, it's still we are having a lot of problems. Yeah, they are still working on security things. The most biggest problem is security and expanding with the high availability. Yeah. So just moment. Vijayan. Just now Vijayan joined. Who is this? Vijayan? Hello, Vijayan. Are you able to hear me? Hello? Hello, Vijayan. Is my voice audible to you? Okay. Okay. Great. Yeah. So what are the prerequisites for learning this Python? What is the basic things required?
So
So
you
as I
will also
mentioned,
assist us on, sorry to interrupt you again. So you will
yeah.
also assist us, on setting up the environment, how to do that setup, Vagrant and Ansible.
Yeah, yeah. I'll guide you. I have a page for that and you can follow that and I will help you if you are getting into troubles. Yeah. Yeah. First thing is you need to get the IBM WebSphere installer
Okay. Yeah.
and yeah, VirtualBox, Oracle VirtualBox or VMware, but my preference is Oracle VirtualBox. It's very easy to work with the Vagrant. So why I am going to use this Vagrant box and VirtualBox means it is very easy for configuring a static IP, first thing. So if you are going for the VMware and create one Linux installation, it will take around 3 hours and it will take more space on the disk. Okay, if I'm going to take the Red Hat Linux or if I'm going to take some other Linux, it will take at least 3 GB to 6 GB. And if I'm going to use Ubuntu and it will be very less in space and it might take 1 GB of hard disk. Okay, so that is one of the advantage and whatever we are going to get the virtual boxes, I'm just show you on my Google. Yep. So if you are going to see vagrantbox.es, here there are a lot of boxes on Linux based and which are squeezed boxes. The sizes you can see 912 MB, very small size. Okay, so like this you have different operating systems with squeezed. If you are going to take full-fledged size, okay, full operating system, it is going to have with a lot of libraries and which you are not really going to use in the server. To run your WebSphere server, we don't need all those GUIs or games or whatever they are inventing and including in the regular CentOS or any other operating system. Okay, so you can take these squeezed boxes which are just in hundreds of MBs and you can use it. Okay, so here around some 300 boxes squeezed up and created for different purposes. And what is the purpose you can see in the description itself, and from where you can download the boxes, all here the URLs are available. Okay, so I just want to point you to my blog. So Jaitan for WS admin. Okay, so in this blog, the step-by-step how you can create, spin up your WebSphere installation steps, set up Vagrant box. The first link you can see in the right side. This is my content. What we are going to learn in our sessions also. We are going to cover all of them. And I just want to mute this. Okay, so this part here, what we are going to have, the same thing what I am explaining here. So just go to this page and get the softwares, download, and there is one, this Vagrant file is the most important thing which you can use. Okay, so I'll just go to my system. Okay. Vagrant global hyphen status is a command that will tell how many boxes are there in my box and where each box is created. In my system it is a little bit slower, but yeah. VAS work, this is the path. Okay, I just created in my F drive. Okay, this path is required to start. So it is in power of state. You can also make this and you can use in your systems. Okay, so how to use, this is the steps, these are the steps you can see. So just download the softwares and make available all the things. So okay, so whenever you want to start Vagrant up, you're going to use in uh, just to bring up the VirtualBox, and this WebSphere 8.5 will be available in that one. Okay, so in this path, I'll just open a Vagrant file. Yeah, this is the file which is going to be controlling entire your configuration. Your WebSphere Ubuntu box is controlling from this one. Okay, so this line number 9 is the actual Ubuntu software link. From this one, it is going to download from the internet, and this VirtualBox is going to be created. So in the VirtualBox, what do you need, how much memory, how many CPUs you want to allocate, that you can mention in the same file. So these lines are actually controlling. So 4 GB RAM I am allocating for this one. 1 CPU I am giving for that, and rest of the things you can just use as usual, no need to change anything. Okay, so here the IP address is important thing. This it can, the VirtualBox which you are going to create, that IP address will be associated with that VirtualBox 113. Okay, so then I can connect with PuTTY terminal, then I can access from the Windows machine, because I am running a Windows machine, that is a host machine, and guest is the Ubuntu Linux. Okay, so once this box is coming up, yeah, it is done, then I can easily connect with one of my PuTTY terminal. Okay, yeah, so this is my um, WebSphere box where it is running. Okay, Vagrant, whenever you are going to use, it is going to give Vagrant username, password same. Okay, so this is how we can bring up a Linux box and your WebSphere running on the machine. Alright, so how much memory it is going to take, disk space, you can allocate, that depends on your choice. So I am allocating 4 GB for this VM and 20 GB hard disk space. Notepad is just for editing the Vagrant file, and you can get that Vagrant file and that file how to configure Ansible things are available in the GitHub on the internet. You can just get that one. The link is already available on the my blog page. Okay, So some of the Unix commands is very important when you are working with your automation stuff. Okay, so how many commands, very quickly we'll check. Okay, Satish, um, how to replace in VI? How to replace words in VI? Satish with me? Vijayan, how to replace words in a VI? Yeah, so VI editor, if you know, you can do a lot of faster, very fast in automation. So just get in touch with all VI commands. So Prasanna, do you know?
Yeah, percentage is the replacing string and the new string.
Uh-huh.
Q, I guess, Q or something.
Okay, Satish pinged in the chat, but yeah, it is not correct. First thing is you need to give colon and then you have to give the percentages that indicates substitute. Then you're going to have the old text or pattern. Then you're going to have the new pattern, new text which you want to replace. So replace one. And G is for globally substituting for all. And if you want to substitute for ignoring case, then you're going to give I at the last. So these are the options. Okay. So how do you delete word? Delete word. Okay, let me give some brief idea about VI commands so that you can get into some fast actions. Okay, so let me get into the VI. VI is an editor just like your Notepad and Notepad++. Okay, so in Unix we are going to use VI, or you can use Nano also, but better fastest way is using the VI. Okay, so I'm just giving test.txt. Okay, so whenever you are going to write the scripts, you need a editor and you are going to write the lines in that one. Okay, so I'm just giving some brief idea. This is, okay, some line. Here we are learning automation. Jython is base for WS admin. Okay, WS admin also uses what other scripting? WS admin uses Jython only or some other language also?
Uh, Python and JSEL.
JCL. JACL? Jackal. No. JCAL. Jackal. Okay, so this is deprecated. Now on 8 and 9 it is not in use. Previously it was used. Okay, so in this file, I'm just saving this file. It is saved. :W for saving a file, and if you want to change for example percentage yes ws admin, I want to change it to WebSphere, so it is changed. Okay, so this letter somewhere capital, somewhere small letter, and if I'm going to give WebSphere, okay, then I'm going to substitute all WebSphere words. Then I want to replace it WS admin. Okay, GI I'm using. So the pattern for searching here WebSphere, and it is in small letters, and I'm saying ignore case, so it is going to select 3 words. Okay, so this is how we are going to use VI editor. Okay, and how to delete a word. So I just want to remove this here word DW. DW, delete word. Okay, and then if you want to go to the end of the line, then you are going to press shift 4, that is dollar symbol. Okay, so that will takes you the cursor to the end of the line. Okay, so end of the line we are going to have with the dollar symbol. Beginning of the line, uh, you can get it with the 0. Okay, if I am going to ham at the end of the line now, if I am pressing 0, it is coming to the beginning of the line. And if you want to go to the beginning of the file, for that one colon 0. Okay, so colon 0 brings you uh, colon 0 brings your cursor to first line of file. Okay, and then if I want to go to the last line, what is the last line command?
Shift G.
Last line. So shift G, that is capital G.
Yeah.
It will
No,
take you
small
to the
letters. Small
last.
letters.
Yeah. So if you are in caps lock, you can just press G. It will be going to the last line. Shift G. Okay. So hope you understand a little bit navigations, and it will be very useful in VI. So if I want to delete all the lines from the beginning to the end, how can I delete?
Single line you can do that DD, the capital DD, small
Single
DD. Okay.
line delete DD
Yeah.
and delete entire file DG. Okay, so if you want to delete from the cursor where it is and you want to delete entire up to the last line, just press escape D and then G. You have to use two things at a time. So D and shift G. It is deleting all the lines from the cursor where it is. Okay, how to make undo? You know, in Notepad we can do undo. Okay, in VI editor also you can do undo. Just in escape mode U for undo. Okay, undo in small letters U you have to use. How to use redo? How to replace a character? Replacing a character you can do with R. Replace a continuous stream of data, then you can use capital R. Okay, and then yeah, so find and substitute, that you know how you can do percentage S and then followed by the old string, then followed by the new string, then G or I, that is options you can use. Alright, so these are the some of the VI commands, and colon X colon W, these are common saving functions. Normally W, small letters, WQ you are going to use for save and quit, write and quit. Okay, the same thing will be done with the colon X, faster one. Okay, so these are the some basics about the VI editor. Okay, so the major task what we are going to have with automation, what we can do. So first thing is you are going to save your time and then improve the efficiency and repeatable tasks, whatever you are going to have in your environments, in your projects, that we can make automations. Okay, so it will reduce the resources, expenses, the cost, whatever it is encountered for one of the somebody can lose a job who doesn't know automations. So that is what yeah, danger. So WebSphere management is very easy when you are going to deal with the scripting. If you know the scripting, it will be faster, easy to adapt, and solutions for everything from the server configuration. So from the server level, if you want to do anything, that you can do. It's a powerful and it is more secure way it is going to connect. Without security, it doesn't connect to the WS admin at all. Okay, so the course content, what I am going to teach in this one. So the basics about the Jython, prerequisites, what are the features and how to set up the script environment, and then deep dive into the Jython variables, how you can use the data types, variables, and sequences. And in the sequences, we are going to have multiple types. List and tuples we are going to have, and string is a very important thing. Without string we cannot do any scripting, so string management is very important. There are around 43 functions in strings, Jython strings, and you can execute, you can understand each one, and you can use in your scripting. Dictionaries are very important, so key and value combination you can create dictionaries. Okay, program controls, how you can control your entire scripting using if and else, and then looping constructs, while loop, for loop, and iterations, where you can break, continue, exit on the conditional statements. Okay, so if you know C programming or some other, then it will, you can easily relate with that, and this program control is easy for you. And if you don't know any program also, don't worry, we are doing from the basic beginning. So how many of you are from the programming background? Vijayan, you know
Uh,
programming?
No, not that much because
No, no, have you done
initially I worked.
C program, any program?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. I've done Java and C.
Okay, good, no problem. Prasanna?
yeah, I did some programming in 2007. That's in mainframes for 4 years.
Yeah, that's
COBOL
good.
and mainframe.
Okay, great. Josna, how about you? Have you done any programming? Josna with me?
Code, Java, basics.
Basics. Okay, then you
Yeah.
can understand programming, basic controls. Good. All right. So once you learn about this program controls that you can use in the multiple functions and modules. Okay, so functions, breaking the biggest challenge into small pieces, and you can create the functions. And you can make single line functions also, and we can make modules. One function list can be used in another functions, that is called modules. Okay, and we can also handle the errors and exceptions, how we are going to deal with the Java programming. Same way, here you can handle that. Okay, in trap or in shell scripting we are going to have trap. Same way here in Jython we are going to have exception is a parent class. Python is having error is a parent class, and Jython is having exception is a parent class. So we can use any one of them to handle these exceptions. Okay, and you can also make your own exception classes in Jython. Okay, and the regular expressions is very important when you're dealing with the output which you are getting from the WS admin. If you are going to a query one cluster mbean, you are going to get a huge text, that entire mbean content we are getting. But what you need exactly from that one is a cluster running state, or is the cluster name, or the something which you want, exactly one attribute value. So if you know the regular expression, you can extract exactly what you want. Okay, so regular expressions will be same what you learn in Java or what you have in any other scripting languages. JMX objects, these are the common things which you can use in any IBM WebSphere products. Okay, so we are going to have the all configuration related stuff first, then we'll control using the admin control and admin app, application related app we are going to have, and the admin tasks. So these are the monitoring stuff which you can do in detail. So JMX stuff we are going to touch up when we finish all the basics about the programming. Okay, so what is JMX? JMX is a Java Management Extension. This is one of the API, and that is used in any Java based application servers. So WebSphere uses JMX in JMX client will be exposed in the WS admin scripting tool. Okay, so to know about your system, you just check Once your system is ready, then you can check sys.version. In which version Jython is connected with your WS admin. Sys.platform, that will give what JVM it is using. Okay, so do you have this? You said Prasanna, you said your system is installed Portal, right?
Yeah, portal.
Okay, so is it ready now?
I need to check it out. So that's for the lab purpose I just created. So I need to check it out.
Okay, so
It's on different machine. I'm on different machine now. So I
oh,
can check and confirm.
okay, okay. So how about you, Vijayan? Do you have WebSphere installed on your system?
No, I don't have. But
Okay,
in company I used to work with, but at home I don't.
okay. So how much memory you have in your laptop?
I have 2 GB, around 2 GB, I think.
Oh, it's very hard. Okay, so you cannot create any virtual box on your system. Okay, so how about you, Josh, now? What kind of system you're using? Hello, Josna.
It's a Microsoft Surface Pro.
How much memory you have in your system, laptop?
4 GB.
4 GB. Okay. So what kind of speed it is going to have? 32-bit or 64-bit?
64.
64. Okay. All right. So 2 GB you can share with one VirtualBox and you can create. So I hope you can download Vagrant and Oracle VirtualBox on your system
Mm-hmm.
and IBM WebSphere installer, and follow the blog steps and try to create that virtual box. Then we can spin up the box. So just like what I have just started virtual box, so like this it should come up. WebSphere box will be coming up. Okay, so yeah, yeah, in this learning
So
scope you can see, yeah,
yeah, so can you just go to your blog like just for a minute or two? So I just have a question. On your blog, okay. So first we need to download the Vagrant software, then the Ubuntu.
yeah, these are the download links. You can see 1, 2, 3, Vagrant VirtualBox, then download the installation manager. For installation manager you should have the IBM ID.
Okay.
Okay, you can just create the IBM ID and then download that installation manager.
Okay, and I also need to get that WAS binaries, right? The trial package.
Yeah, that required. That is what installation manager. That's enough. If you have installation
Oh,
manager, it will
it was
connect with the
running.
internet and fetches that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I guess it.
So you can just follow this link and you can get the Vagrant file. So this is the Vagrant file. From this you can install. So Ansible scripts are available. You don't need to create anything. Okay, so the instructions also given here how to use that Vagrant. So it is going to just give the access, and if you go into this path you can start the server also.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
will follow your blog and see. Yeah,
yeah,
if I run into any issue.
sure, sure. Okay.
Actually, it's really good. Like you're also giving us the hands-on on the Vagrant and Ansible.
Yeah.
That's where the scope. That's good.
Yeah, so you can use instead of Ansible any Puppet also, you can just search in Google, you can find Vagrant, Puppet, WebSphere, that another box you can spin up. So the combination, what does it do means it is going to use a Python, Puppet, Ruby because Vagrant is using Ruby. So the box will be created with the Ruby scripting. Okay, so nowadays every cloud environment platform configuration part will be done by Ruby. Okay, and now people are looking for liberty profiles and yeah, anything, yeah, you can get it from the GitHub, and whoever worked on complete box preparation, they are giving their script on the GitHub openly. They are sharing that script. So just now we have seen one of the script that is using the Ansible. Ansible is also uses the Ruby. Okay, so Ruby is base for all virtualizations. Okay, so that is a basic scope, and shell scripting required for if you make small changes and whenever you need some changes in this cloud-based environments also, you first connect with the shell, then we'll move it to the other configuration tools. So these are the basic requirements or scope which you can expect from the automations. Okay, so from this course, what you can take away, these are the takeaways I'm going to say. So mastering in Jython, definitely you will be learning all the characteristics, rules, and how you can use the properties in the Jython. And viewing, manipulating WebSphere configurations, you can configure servers, clusters, and JMS, JDBC. Runtime details, you can fetch the details for monitoring purpose. You can make most of the AWS admin scripts parameters that you can simplify while doing the administrating. So normal WebSphere and compare with the portals, it will be definitely different because it is going to have more layer on top of WebSphere. So there could be extra thing also you can make with the AWS admin. Adjusting WS admin properties that will reflect to your needs as per your requirements. You can change, you can modify Jython based changes. So using admin app applications, you can control. So normal WebSphere base, if you are going to take web applications, EJB applications, JMS applications, we are going to have. So that applications we can list, view, install, uninstall, modify applications. You can do it on the app servers. So using this admin task object, that is JMX object, manipulating WebSphere application server at high level, you can change some of the parameters. Configuration of your WebSphere application server with the admin config, and you can do some of the configurations. You can create servers and clusters and node agents, etc. Manipulating active app server objects, that ambience whatever you are going to have, you can control. You can start your servers, you can start cluster, that you can do with your script, Jython script. Domain security controlling, you can have the complete security with the domain security object mbin, and you can access that one with the Jython. So these are all complete things which you can get out of this script, the scripting automation learnings. Okay, so what we can refer, one blog that what I am just prepared, and you can have this book. This is an older one, but still it works for us because Jython books are very rare, and Jython for WS admin is only one book we have. Okay, so you can refer to this book, and you can, if you want to explore and have complete control on it, buy this book. That is my recommendation. WebSphere application server administration using Jython. Okay, and out of in this book, whatever we have up to 9 chapters, we are going to have 9 classes, the same basics, and then automation of the objects, JMX objects. All right, so that's about the basic intro about Jython, what we are going to learn. Any questions, guys?
Prasanna here.
Yeah,
So we'll be doing 9 classes for the basics to understand the Jython and the basic
programming.
data.
Yeah.
and everything, programming,
Com-
and then the last class session will be on the automation, or it will be like a session or two on the working on uh,
The last session
advanced.
would take around 5 to 6 sessions because each object we will exploring and working on different automation tasks.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So it's like daily 1 hour session,
yeah, daily
like
1 hour
15 days,
session.
50.
Yep.
Okay.
How much you are charging for this course?
That you can talk to Shailaja. I'm technical person.
Okay.
Any other question that I can take up now?
Just on the setup, so initially, like you will be starting the class like right away, or once we, you finalize the students who are
Yeah.
undergoing the training, and like basically like the my perception of same thing is like for doing the basic setup, it might take a day or two, so you'll be starting the session immediately, or and then
Yeah.
you'll be working on our
The
topics on the
setting
set.
up we are going to do on weekend.